Hi, math students. We're back with more notes on percents, but this time you actually have your very own note sheet that you're going to fill in. So the title is percents. I've written for you here my magic equation that I talked about on the last video with tipping. So the magic equation reads, the percent of the original is some number. So the percent times, the word of in mathematics means times. So percent times original is means equals a number. If you keep this equation straight, you can never, ever, ever go wrong with percents. The percent of the original equals a number. Okay, so watch how it comes to life in example 1. It says, what number is 35% of 60? Now, this language right here, I'm seeing this 35% of 60, percent of original, percent of 60, percent of original is some number. It's the same as the magic equation, just sort of flipped on you. So putting the components in their correct parts, I'm going to say the percent, 35% of 60 is some number. 35% of 60 is what number? Okay, so now turning this into a more algebraic equation, we know 35%, if we cross out the percentage, take that decimal point, move it 2 spaces to the left, that's going to be 0.35, otherwise known as 35 hundredths. Of means multiply, 60. Now for my number, I'm just going to call that x. It's my unknown. This number is what I'm looking for. And in algebra, when we want a placeholder for a number we're looking for, we call that x. So x is just going to be this calculation. So because we have our technology here at our fingertips for more tedious calculations that we may have done in elementary school by hand, we're going to take 0.35 times 60, and voila, 21. So the answer to this problem is x equals 21. Okay, let's go to example 2. This time we're asking what percent of 120 is 90? Look at what we're looking for this time. We want the percent. That's going to be my x. So we're looking for what percent of 120 is 90. See the magic equation? Percent of original is a number. So my percent is my x. So we don't know the percent. Times 120 equals 90. And if you think about this, x times 120 is the same as 120x equals 90. And you know from your work in your earlier math courses that to solve for x, we just divide both sides by 120. That's going to cancel those out. Now I'll use my technology. 90 divided by 120 is, can you see that there? 0.75, 0.75. Now that's my decimal version. That's 75 hundredths. If I want the percent, I just move it 2 to the right. So 75% is going to be my final answer for example 2. Pretty simple. Okay, let's look at example 3 and see what they threw at us here. 27 is 45% of what number? So this time we're looking for this number. 45% of what? 45% of what is 27? So 45% of what? We'll call it x is 27. 45% of what number is 27? Or 27 is 45% of what number? Okay, so let's solve. So 45%, let's move it 2 to the left. 0.45 times x, of is times, equals 27. So we'll just, to solve for x, we'll divide by 0.45, divide by 0.45. So x is, can you see this? 27 divided by 0.45, 60. Okay, so the answer is 60. Boom. 45% of 60 is 27. And last but not least, example 4. This is more of a real world situation. We got some words going on here. Let me read it. The manager of a clothing store could not sell a shirt priced at $35.99. Too expensive. So he decided to lower the price to $23.99. I'm sorry, $23.39. What percent discount did he use to get the sale price? Okay, so what percent discount did he use to get to this price? So if I think of my magic equation, percent of original equals a number. Okay, so it seems to me that the percent is what we're looking for. What percent? What percent? What percent? So this percent will be my x. Of the original. Well, the original price was $35.99. Now we got to think about this. My instinct was to put the $23.39 right here, like the only other number. But you got to be careful because the percent of the original is going to give you the discount taken off of the $35.99 to get to the new price of $23.39. So I'm kind of thinking this should be the $35.99 minus the $23.39. Let's take a look at that. So if I take $35.99 minus $23.39, I'm getting a bring that down a little bit. I'm getting a $12.60 cut on the price. See, that's the discount, $12.60. So be careful there. That's a little tricky. So some percentage of the original equals what I'm getting off. This is my percent off. We don't know what percent. Maybe it's 25% off. Maybe it's 33% off. We don't know right now, but this will help solve it. So be careful with that right side. Okay, so x times this is equal to that. So to find x, we're just going to divide both sides by $35.99. Divide by $35.99. So my percentage off is going to be, bring this down here, $12.60. $12.60 divided by $35.99. Okay, 0.35, 0.35. So my discount, move it 2 to the right, 35% off. So if this was hanging in a store on a rack, the original price would say $35.99. It would have a 35% off tag on it. And when you got to the register, it would only cost you $23.39. So that's a little review on percents, and I hope that helps. Just always, always, always remember the magic equation. Percent of original is a number. Good luck.